It's the new moon in Aquarius today, hence the thumbs up. This is a fun new moon because we also have Uranus going direct. We have Mercury sitting with Pluto, which brings new solutions to old problems. And this is something that encourages us to have a fresh start, to look at things less from a personal, emotional, attached point of view and pull out to gain some amount of objectivity. Kilowatt, hello. I miss you so much. You need to come down and see me again. I need to come up and see you. Girl, I haven't seen you. Oh, I guess it has just been a few months, hasn't it? Or maybe a year? Time is going too fast. I can't keep track anymore. But there's a fresh start in the air. Um, and it feels like we get some wind in our sails because we've able to drop our load. Oh, yeah, Kayla. Yeah, do bring your mom. Bring her down. She'll love the place. There's a lot going on here. So there's a concern with well-being that this objective view, this less passionate assessment of things, has us more easily erring on the side of the well-being of the people that we deal with, particularly the people that we have attachments to, or that we have romantic attachments to, or where we have an expectation of give and take. So we're looking more at what is good for our fellow human being, what is good for somebody that we are in partnership, whatever the nature of that partnership is, what's good for all of us, and how can we make decisions that are a win-win, or everybody gets a piece of the pie, which is a nice antidote to, say, Pluto and more unhealed plutonic motivation, which is about insurance, keeping, sometimes using tools that are more rudimentary. They're not the sleek, cutting edge, informed, updated tools of Aquarius. We use what we've got when we're in a Pluto bind. And we have to be willing to expend the energy, the time, the attention to come into this sleeker, more streamlined version of ourselves, where we're not rubbing two sticks together, or starting a fire from banging two stones. So a more civilized version of us emerges at this new moon. A more refined, intelligent version of ourselves can be born at this time. We're achieving wisdom and learning how to get our head and our conscious waking life into alignment with our emotions, our inner life, our wants and needs. So we have this meeting of our outer expression of ourself, the sun, and the inner expression of ourself, the moon. And at the same time, we have Mercury sitting with Pluto. So it's this lineup here of deeper penetrating insight into why do we do something that isn't always in agreement or in alignment with what we need or what we feel, and how can we come to radical new solutions to this problem of a lack of integrity, because that's what we're looking at when we have difficult aspects between sun and the moon, or but we're wrestling with different layers of ourself, because we can be motivated in several different directions. All of us are dealing with some measure of hypocrisy. We're one way, but we're also another. And we want to come into enough integrity and personal agreement, alignment. Enough. So we can work, all of our parts of ourself can work in concert with each other. So we don't feel torn. And we aren't feeling one way and doing something else. Or doing something but feeling another way underneath. And so anytime we have growth, and we have massive growth available to us with Uranus going direct at the same time, and Mercury conjunct to Pluto, seeing through some of our own bullshit and our stories and our own suspicions and darkness, and giving ourselves a runaround. Enlightenment happens in Aquarius. We lighten our load. And we have to be willing to leave behind a more infantile version of ourselves in order to advance, because we have this struggle. Anytime we want to grow, it's a struggle between our current self, our adult self that wants some kind of conscious expression, or wants to do something or have something or materialize a goal, and our more infantile childlike self that wants to keep ourselves safe. And we have to come to a place where that part of us that wants something new, it's craving some kind of manifestation of what we know is good for us, it has to outweigh, and it will, if we give it time to emerge and grow, it will come to outweigh that more infantile version of ourself that is clinging to habitual emotional patterns because it's sure to keep us safe. So we have to give in to the new, or else we end up in this pattern of recycling these habitual emotional patterns that at one time really worked for us, but it's not working for us now, or else we wouldn't feel divided. You wouldn't feel that conflict between old and new. So we get into alignment with what is it that is about wish fulfillment. Girls, shh. People are home. What is it? What are the kind of rewards that we want to see, that we want to collect? Aquarius is big karma. That's why we associate it with wish fulfillment. If we don't know what we want, then we don't know what the rewards are. Hey, Violet. Thank you for taking her. Sorry, one of my daughters got picked up to be taken to the dog park with the rest of the pack. So we look at what are the rewards here that we want. If we don't know what we want, we don't know what the rewards are, the consequences that we're going to see. Oftentimes the consequences and the karma that we see, that's going to be in tune with this meandering, experimental, running into brick walls and wasting our time. We're going to get karma and consequences that we don't want. If we don't know what we want. If we know what we want, then we can have a purposeful, we can take purposeful action. If we don't know what we want, it's very much like wandering in a forest. You'll end up going in a circle. You'll think you're getting somewhere. There's something about our nature where we just end up going in a circle. If we're clear about what we want, what is the goal? What is what's the purpose? Capricorn stuff last month. Then we're in line to receive the types of rewards that we intentionally wanted to bring in. So there's a fizzy feeling. There's a lightness, I don't know it, levity in the air. And I'm running out of battery, so I better wrap up here. So we go up the hill, we power ourselves up the hill in Sagittarius. We come to the peak in Capricorn. Hey, Tiff. I'm just about to wrap up, though. I'm going to go dead here in just a second. I mean, not me, my device. So we climb with our thighs, because that's what Sagittarius is, the thighs. We climb the side of the mountain. We come to the top, the peak. We look out and we see all the vistas, everything around us. That's the destination. The peak, Capricorn. And now it's all downhill in Aquarius. This is the fun, easy part. See you later, girl. And then we even float. It can get even easier in Pisces. So we get to go downhill and start enjoying everything that we've achieved and seen and learned in Aquarius. And then if we're really doing well, we may get to even take more of a load off and we float. We get in a canoe. We float in Pisces. So there's this progressive becoming that we see when we look at the nature of the lunation cycles. It's a fun month. And it's a month where we regain our sovereignty, our independence. Because we are almost at the end of the total lunation cycle. And so the feminine aspects of ourself, the emotional aspects of ourself, the attachment prone aspects of ourself, the intuitive aspects of ourself have come almost to a total completion process. So we see we have the solar year, which represents the masculine aspects of ourself, masculine principle. And we have the monthly lunar cycle, which is the feminine aspects of ourself, the emotional principle, the intuitive principle. So we have the action and the intuition, the doing and the feeling. And so the solar clock is a year. And then we have the lunar clock, which is much more rapid, emotional cycles, waxes and wanes. Very much describes that more steady, masculine principle and emotional, changeable, intuitive principle. And how are those two things aligning and balancing within us and outside of us in the expression of our outer life? Shh, girls, leave that poor cat alone. Cats and dogs around here. So we come to an agreement when the sun and the moon are together or sextile or in a trine. There is a harmony that we get to enjoy. So we leap forward this month when it comes to the passive and aggressive forces within ourselves working together. And we can feel ever so much more in our integrity when we have our two main halves. Our two main halves working in concert with each other. All right, guys, I've got to go. I've got like 2% left. I am just about to go dead on this device. I'll pop in tomorrow and talk to you. I might pop over onto Instagram next. I don't know. This other device is also almost dead. So I might have 2 minutes over there. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in any case. Bye.